Hi everyone, it's Glenn Ackerman with Energy Awareness Training doing my weekly class. Today is going to be a really good one. Today is all about energy in the body. All the things that we should have been taught when we were growing up, but we never were. And we're going to go through some key insights, going to give you some great insights and information and tools to use to be able to be aware of the energetic components that make up your body and how it affects you. Okay, so we're going to get started. We're going to get underway here really quickly. Just want to welcome everybody coming on and let you know that we're coming again from the jungles of West Hollywood. And yes, today, if you're asking, did I go down to the farmer's market earlier and get the flowers? I certainly did. It's become a tradition here on our weekly classes to see the kind of the latest flowers we're going to be giving away this week. So take a look at this. Look at these. It's like tequila sunrise flowers. Oh, they smell so good. And these purple roses. Is that beautiful or what? They will grace my house this week, and I will give most of them away by the end of the week. I do that because it makes people happy. I described that earlier. Makes people happy, and you know, when you make people happy, you're putting out high vibration energy, and that high vibration energy always comes around. So, and you should see the faces of the people I give this to. You know, sometimes when I was walking back, you know, the farmer's market is a couple of blocks down here, and as I was walking back, I got a really beautiful smile from this just happy girl, and she says, "Oh," and I went, "That deserves a flower." So she goes, "Oh, really? Oh, it's so nice." And I just gave it to her, and I wished her a happy day. Just spreading good energy, you know, caring, light, love, beauty, blessings to everyone you meet. And it comes, and what you put out comes back to you. That's kind of law number one energetically. What you put out comes back to you, not only 100, but some say 200%. So that's what we do here in what I teach, and what I'm about is just putting out as much high vibration energy as we can so we can have a blessed and happy and abundant and joyful life. So this is why we do these classes every week, to share some new insights and to give you some deeper information about this wonderful world of energy, how it works, and tools to make your life happier and put a smile on your face. Hey, is that good or what? Okay. So I just came back from being gone for a week. I hope some of you have seen my posts. I was gone to a mastermind weekend. It was a meeting of high vibration energy people from all over the world who are coaches, who are healers, who are thought leaders, and we all get together on a regular basis, you know, every few months, to network, to coach, to heal. And one of the things that's really important when you're studying energy and when you're awakening your energetic consciousness is recognizing that just like your body needs rest every night, your spirit, your energy, your soul, it needs to be nourished on a regular basis. And I found that the more you nourish your soul, the more you do things that make you feel good, that bring out high vibrational energy, energies of happiness, joy, love, compassion, inspiration, beauty, blessings, art, anything that lifts your spirits up and makes you feel the joy is essential to be happy in this world. It has to be nourished. And so many of the times when I talk to people who are very successful in their businesses and in their careers, and they've got the money and they've got the material things and they've got the status and but so many times they're empty in their soul. They're just go, I don't have meaning, or I don't have joy, or I just, you know, I'm walking around like a robot, just going through the motions here. Well, that's not what life is meant for. Our life is meant for us to be happy and joyful and loving and blessed every day, to greet the day with tremendous gratitude that you got another day of life. And the more you live and the more you observe what's going on in the world, you recognize how blessed you are. And okay, I know you got challenges. I know you got things that you have to work on. Don't we all? But the thing is, that's the process. And see, so many of us have grown up with the idea that one day everything's going to be perfect. One day I'm going to get rich and all my problems are going to go away. Or one day I'm going to get married and find my soulmate, and then I'm going to be happy ever after. Or one day I'm going to get the business going, or one day I'm going to get in shape, and then it's all going to happen for me. Well, sorry about that. If you've done any kind of living, and if you've achieved those things, or some of those things, you recognize that's one of the biggest illusions and lies that this part of us tells us, the what I call the low vibration energy, the dark part of our spirit, that the voice, the negative voiceover in our minds that wants to, its purpose is to take us out of being happy right here and right now. See, that's the purpose of what I call the ego mind, which is in alignment with the low vibration energy. So the voice in your head, the one we all have, you're not the only one. We all have it. The voice that says, "Oh, let's go back to bed. Oh, I don't want to get up." That, which is connected to our body, which we're going to be talking about today. That force in us that wants to take us out of our joy, it affects us all. So this is why in energy training, energy awareness, that's why I call my work energy awareness training. You need to be aware of how the energies are affecting us, because they operate in a hidden level. You can't see them. They don't advertise and go, "Hey Glenn, it's the low vibration energy. I'm here to deliver your daily portion of negative thoughts, negative feelings, negative emotions to try to make you feel bad. Let me in. Come on, I'm at the door. Let me in." Would you let them in? Not in a million years. But the way the energies work is it's already installed. This process is already installed inside you. So we want to be aware of it and recognize what's happening to us. And where I come from, a life of, there's two lives that we have. There's our outer life, the life that we have in the world. And then there's our inner life. And the outer life is what we show the world. We go to school, we get good grades, we go get a job, go get a relationship, and on the outside, everything looks good. We're going through the motions, being successful in the world. But there's also an inner life that we have. And that is just as important, in fact, more important, because it's our inner life that drives our outer life. And it's the inner life that is the thing that decides or that rules over whether you're happy or not, how you feel inside, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your life, how you feel about whatever you're doing. And there's a mechanism in our head that tries to put a negative, negative spin on all of those things. And all you have to do is just sit there and listen to it. You just sit and listen to and the thoughts pop up. Oh, what if this happens? Oh, God, what if that happens? Oh, how come I don't have this? Oh, how come I don't have that? And if you listen to that and you don't do anything about it, it's going to take you down. How far down? All the way, if you let it. A prime example is Anthony Bourdain, God rest his soul. We all loved Anthony Bourdain. What a great show he had, right? And you look at him and you think, wow, this guy has it. This guy hit the jackpot in life, right? He's a chef. He's doing what he loves to do. He's been a rebel. He's done life on his own terms. He's got this beautiful hit TV show where he gets to travel all around the world first class and see all the beautiful things and eat great meals. How does it get any better than that, right? That's what you would think. That's what we think. But his inner life was in turmoil. His inner life was all over the place. And as good as his outer life was, there was darkness inside. There were thoughts of torment, of maybe past memories or people he knew, or that negative, he listened to that negative voice inside his head that says, is this all there is? Well, I got everything in life and, I'm still not happy. And then eventually that negative voice, its agenda is to take you out. First, little by little, oh, don't do this, don't do that. It tries to move us into a place of low vibration energy. So remember, high vibration energy, there's two energies that we're dealing with in this life. The high vibration energy, which wants us to be happy, joyous, free, abundant, blessed, feeling fantastic, no matter what's going on. The ability to be in high vibration energy is one of the greatest things that you can learn. And that's what we teach in energy awareness training, to access your high vibration energy and the ability to be able to stay there. Okay. And then there's the flip side, which is the low vibration energy. The low vibration energy, anxiety, worry, stress, doubt, fear, regret of the past or fear of the future, or lack or neediness or desperation, or feel things moving in or moving down, all the things that we don't want to feel. That's the low vibration energy. And these energies are constantly influencing us. And today we're going to be talking about how they influence us in connection to our body. So just to finish the piece about Anthony Bourdain, when we heard the news, everybody in the world went, he killed himself? Why? Get everything going for him. He was engaged. He had kids. He had every reason to live for. That's right. In the outer world, it's so right. But in the inner world, his inner world was one of torment, obviously, and a lot of pain and a lot of suffering. And he fell into the grips of this energy called low vibration. And if you don't do anything, if you don't do anything to offset that, then the suffering comes fast and furious. So that's why I'm bringing this work to the world, because I went through my own suffering. I'm sure you have too. You went through your own pain, the things that you experienced growing up. We've all been wounded. We've all been hurt. We've all been traumatized. And that energy is still with us because we're living, breathing, operating energy systems. And according to the latest research in trauma therapy, in recovery work, these experiences that we have, the energy sticks with us and continues to wreak havoc upon our lives until we get to a place where you just can't take it anymore, or you're going to do something about it. So in all the things that I've studied, and I've studied through many decades, years, many disciplines, the ability to understand energy, the ability to recognize hidden energy patterns, and the ability to neutralize those energetic patterns and to connect to what I call the high vibration energy is the simplest, fastest, and most effective way to create change. And that's what everybody wants. We all want, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, we want to create change. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Let me welcome a few people here on the call. Hi, Paula. Welcome. Walter has joined us. Jose, good day. Hey, great. Debbie's with us and Lisa, this is great. Welcome, you guys. If you would just give me a little shout out on the chat, just to say hi, tell me where you're from, or any questions or anything you want to say. This is an interactive broadcast, so I'm constantly checking chat for anything, but if everybody on here would just say hi, that would help me get the broadcast out to more people. Okay, so let's establish a couple of facts and then we'll move into today's topic. So one of the energetic laws I teach, you may have heard before, is they're energetic laws. What's an energetic law? It means that energy works in a certain way in this world. You may have heard Albert Einstein say everything is energy. I heard that. Didn't know what it meant until I saw another quote by Nikola Tesla, who said that if you really want to understand the mysteries and the secrets of life, then you'll start to view things in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Well, I've taken that and created a whole training around what Tesla said. The ability to look at everything in life as energy, because that's what we are. You're energy, I'm energy, the flowers are energy, the air is energy. Everything that we're doing in life is an energetic exchange. Work, energetic exchange. Relationships, energetic exchange. Health, energetic exchange, etc. So understand that energy drives thoughts. It drives emotions. It drives behavior. That's what I call our energetic operating system. Now, it's the internal processes that create our outside world. I'm going to repeat that. It's our internal processes that create our outside world. So I was saying this is life doesn't come to you, it comes from you. It doesn't come to you, it comes from you. What does that mean? That means that my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions, and ultimately my behaviors create my experience out in the world. Now, most of us don't know that, or maybe don't believe it, or maybe have a different view of this. But it's just an energetic fact. How I'm feeling inside is going to create my outside world. So if I'm feeling like I am right now, and I continue to every day, happy inside, grateful, loving, so appreciative of and in gratitude of my blessed life, wanting to be of service, wanting to help as many people as I can, wanting to spread love and kindness and beauty and flowers to people. When you're in that energy, then you create outside people who like you, who care about you, who want to be with you, who want to do business with you, who want you to be friends, etc. So that's what you're creating. Now, if internally, and this is the way I used to be, if I'm creating like, oh, my life's so hard, how come I never get a break? Why do I got to struggle with this? When are things going to change? If I got that going on inside me, then that energy must, as an energetic reality, create that energy outside of myself. So if I'm in a low vibration energy, use your own example. You get around somebody who's down or depressed and kind of like, or complaining all the time, pulls your energy down, pulls the way you feel out. And it's like, whoa, you ask somebody, how you doing? And when people ask me how I'm doing, I say, I'm doing great, loving life, fantastic. Now, is that a little bit of an exaggeration? Maybe, but you know what? That's the way I'm choosing to feel. That's the way I'm intending my energy to be. And if it's not quite as enthusiastic, it will be soon, because that's the direction I'm heading in. But if you talk to somebody and they go, oh, how you doing? And they go, oh, I had a hard day. I got this pain in my elbow, and the work's not doing too good. Like, whoa, TMI, too much information. So that's what we're putting out there. Now, so did I finish that? Yeah, okay, I'm just finishing that part. So in this world, energetic laws, we have a law called the Law of Polarity, or the Law of Duality, which is simply, if there's an up, there's a down. If there's a left, there's a right. If there's a good, there's a bad. There's a right, there's a wrong, etc. So everything we're dealing with in this world has an opposite effect to it. And this is so important. Wish somebody told me this years ago, but it's so important, because what that means is that we have to deal with different energies, or different frequencies, or different dimensions. And we were only taught on how to deal with the three dimensions. We taught that we live in a three-dimensional world. So it's what you see is what you get. If I don't see it, I don't believe it, etc. Well, that is the basic earth consciousness of living. Just going through the motions, what people do. Having, the third dimension is all about having a great outer life. Hey, make the money, get the relationship, get the car, get the house, boom, 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 make the money, etc. Okay, those are all outer dimensional things. But what drives the outer is the inner, is the inner space, the inner life that we have. And in energy awareness, what we recognize is that there are multiple dimensions, not just 3. There's a lot more than 3, maybe 10, maybe 12, maybe more, but at least 10 or 12. So what that means is that there's a higher level of awareness, a higher level of understanding, a higher level of meaning, and a higher level of energy that you can connect to. Now, one of the challenges that we have in life is dealing with our body. Okay, we get this body. And like most of us, myself included, there are things you like about your body. There are things you don't like about your body. There are things, there are body parts that you wish were bigger or smaller or wider or narrower or whatever it is. And we have a relationship with that body. Now, if we're not clear on how that works, on how that body works, then it's kind of like a tug of war situation. It's like I'm being pulled one way and then I'm being pulled the other way, boom, boom, etc. So normally that's usually lasts in our unconscious. It's like, okay, well, I got to deal with it. So like when you wake up in the morning, part of your body wants to go back to sleep, right? Another part of your body wants to wake up. So, so you got this tug of war going on. Part of your body wants to eat. Part of your body knows, hey, you shouldn't eat. You've had enough. Part of your body, part of yourself wants to go work out and be in shape. Another part of your body doesn't want to go to shape, wants to relax, wants to lay on the couch, right? So we have these things that we know we should be doing. We just have a challenge of not being able to do them. Now, in energy awareness training, again, I've mentioned both aspects. It's important for us to recognize the duality of what takes place. So who's trying? It's like there's an energy that's vying for control. Okay, get up. Okay, I gotta go this. I gotta do that, like that, and the body's going, I don't know about this. I don't like. So you notice that there's a tug of war we have so much with our bodies. We like it, we don't like it, but we don't recognize that it has an energy all its own. And this is the awareness that comes, that the body has an awareness all its own. The body wants to sleep when it wants to sleep, wants to eat when it wants to sleep, wants to do activities, build stuff, or in primitive times go to war, or wants to have sex. And the body doesn't particularly care what the context is. It just wants what it wants. It's willing to eat anywhere at any time. It's willing to go to the bathroom anywhere, anytime. It's willing to have sex anytime. It just does what it does. So the lesson that I want to give today is to recognize that the body is a container for our energy. That we have a body, but we're not our body. Important fact, we have a body, but we're not our body. What does that mean? Well, as energetic beings, our energy, our essence, our consciousness is infinite. It's eternal. It has no beginning. It has no ending. And that consciousness never dies. That energy never dies. The body does, but the consciousness doesn't. The essence of what? So you may have heard the term ghost in the machine. Okay, well, here's the machine. I won't call it go, I'll call it a spirit. And our spirits inhabit these bodies. Now, our spirits have an agenda. And the agenda is rise, evolve, heal, recover, move to the best life that you can live. That's what our spirit wants. That's why when we hear beautiful music, or we're with people that we love, or we hear our favorite song, or we're at a place that, place in nature that just lifts us up, our spirit soars. There's a part of us that just feels fantastic. It's like it's almost transcendent. You've heard pieces of music. I'm a musician, so I work on creating pieces like that. Pieces that you just lift your soul to another dimension, another place, another part of understanding, right? So what we have is we have a spirit, we have an energy that's inhabiting this body. So in the world of duality, in the world of polarity, I have a relationship with this body, okay? Now, the understanding is, aren't I the body? If I bump my elbow, I go, ow, isn't that me? It is, and it isn't. It is because you own this body, you run this body, and you're affected by this body, because the body, which by its nature had a beginning, has an end, and is finite in time and space. And yet within that body lies an infinite, unlimited spirit, soul, energy that has its own agenda. And your spirit, your soul's agenda is for you to live the best life you can live. That's what's its intention for you. That's what the high vibration or the divine presence wants from you. Wants you to live your best life. Wants you to have the experience of all the good things there is in life. But if you look in this world, we live in the world of duality, because there's lots of beauty in this world. There's lots of caring, there's lots of love, there's lots of kindness and joy and peace and happiness, but there's a lot of pain, and there's a lot of sorrow, and there's a lot of upset. So we're constantly trying, just like we're navigating the body, we're navigating the world. And in this world, if you're stuck in 3 dimensions, that means if you only know, what you can see or what you can taste or what you can smell, if you're only sensory oriented, then this world is very frustrating and very depressing. Because anything that can make you happy, and under the law of duality, anything that can make you happy can make you what? Sad. Anything that can build you up can do what? Let you down. And that's the laws in this 3rd dimensional reality. What goes up must come down. I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm up, I'm down, etc. And because energy is a cycle and it keeps moving round and round and round, things are always changing in the 3rd dimension reality. Now, in the higher dimensions, in the upper dimensions where the high vibration energy realms, there's only oneness, there's only happiness, there's only joy, there's no sorrow, there's no upset, because that dimension is where your true spirit, your true soul, your true energy lies. And if you ever study the different philosophical traditions, the different religions or spiritual traditions, one of the greatest prayers there are is that we're all one. That's one of the biggest prayers in the Jewish faith. Christians are always talking, we are one in the spirit, we are one. Oneness. Well, that oneness isn't in the 3rd dimension reality. They didn't tell us that. You go try to be one with ISIS, and see how much brotherly love he has for you. Not much, right? Or you go into the inner city at night, walking around, you're not gonna get a lot of love there. So that's the way it is in this 3rd dimensional physical reality. But in the higher dimensions, there's only love, there's only joy, there's only happiness, there's only peace. And energy awareness training is about being able to lift everyone up beyond the 3rd dimension into the higher vibration energies, so that you can live in this high state of awareness and realize that it's not dependent upon whatever happens in the physical world. Because in the physical world, whatever if I say to you, hey, are you happy right now? What do most people do? Well, let me think here. Oh, it's a sunny day and it's the weekend. Yeah, I think I could. Yeah, but I got to go to work tomorrow. And I got projects to do. No, so you're basing your happiness in the third dimensional world. And if you do that, no go. You're not going to be happy for long, because there's going to be something coming along that's going to pull you out. Remember, we go back to what I taught you, the basics of energy awareness training, which is we're dealing with hidden energies. And these hidden energies come to you in your thoughts, feelings, and your emotions, and they try to pull you down. So here I am going, it's a beautiful day. I just bought the flowers. Wow, it's the weekend. I'm going to see some great people today. That's high vibrational energy that's lifting me up. But then there's this other force that comes knocking on our door. It goes, yeah, I know, but tomorrow's Monday, and then you got to do this, or this guy didn't call you back, or it wants to pull you into the mundane actions of the physical world. And when you go back to, so I'm like, yeah, it's a great day, I'm loving. Oh yeah, I got to call that guy. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to happen. Yeah, I got that big project at work. Yeah, I got what's happened? The thought process, which is backed by low vibration energy. How do I know? Because the thoughts I'm thinking are stressful. They're filling me with anxiety and worry and doubt. That's low vibration energy. And I know if you're energetically aware, it's pulling me into the low vibration energy. So energy awareness, the last word is training. You need to, if you really want to be happy and overcome the pitfalls of this world, and that's my intention and goal for everyone. That's my mission, to be able to help all people overcome the heaviness and the suffering of the third dimensional world, and to be able to transcend into living in that frequency where it's all good. You've heard that phrase, hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. Everything's working as it should. You're right where you're supposed to be. Well, you have to have the consciousness to get out of the third world, the third dimension, because that's true. It is all good. Everything is working as it should. You do have a blessed life, but you can really only recognize it and really come to its full fulfillment if you're able to raise your consciousness, raise your vibration, raise your frequency to a higher level of consciousness. Because in the third dimensional consciousness, it's not all good. If I'm in this, it's just like one thing after the other, one problem after the other, one challenge, one, upset, another thing that you got to deal with. So no, there's no peace in the third dimensional world. The peace only comes when you're able to transcend this. So when I'm talking about the body today, I recognize that the body's inherent operating system is one of laziness and one of comfort and one of wanting to stay put. That's it. Your body doesn't want to go work. I don't know, I kind of want to sleep some more. Your body doesn't want to stay, completely healthy and nutritious. It loves the ice cream. I let the potato chips, because it makes me feel good, right? So a lot of the time, that's why for most human beings, most human beings don't get motivated unless something bad's going to happen if they don't get moving. So when you wake up in the morning, you go, I could use another hour of sleep. I really don't want to get up. Then you think, well, if I'm late for work, people are going to be disapproving of me. I might get some crap from my boss, and I might lose my job. Shoot, I better get going. Okay. So that motivates you to get up and do that. Or I better do this or else. But what kind of energy is that? It's really low vibration energy. It's like, I better do this or else I'm gonna get pain. You're trying to avoid pain. So if you're going through life trying to avoid pain, then it's going to take pain to motivate you, or at least the threat of pain to motivate you. Whereas when you're in a high vibrational energy and you go, whoa, here's another opportunity for me to do what I've chosen to do. And if you've chosen your job, then you get to go to it. But see, the difference is in the attitude, and it's in the energy. People complain, I got to go to my work on Monday. Well, when Mondays come for me, I love it. I love Monday mornings. I love it. It's a brand new week because I love what I do. It's another opportunity for me to help more people, to heal more people, to introduce energy awareness training to people, to lift them up, to be able to move in a higher vibration. Wow, I love it. So it's not that I have to, I get to. And see, this is the transition you want to make in life. So many of us think of, I gotta go to work, and I gotta get this, and I gotta get to this, and man, what kind of energy is that? It's like, life's, it's like an ordeal, right? Whereas when you choose, and you're a choice every day, there's nothing, nobody's making you do anything. Nobody's making you go to that job if you don't like it. Nobody's making you stay in that relationship. Nobody's keeping you out of shape and unhealthy. It's you. But in the third dimension, the low vibration energy voices say, I'm stuck. I can't get out of this. Why can't they? So they have a lottery mentality. The only way out is for me to win the lottery. If I win the lottery, all my problems will go away, right? Well, lottery mentality. Do you know that 90% of all the people who win the lottery have blown their money within 5 to 10 years? All that money gone. 90%. Why? Because they're still in the consciousness of the third dimensional reality. And they haven't transcended to understand you got a part of you that wants to help you and lift you up and empower you. You got a part of you that wants to pull you down, that wants to give you temporary pleasure, followed by long-term pain. And you've got to be aware of how those energies work. And it's really clearly illustrated in your body. So those people who are mastered by their body suffer. If you let your body run your life, and it's all okay, I'm sleeping, okay, now I got to feed it, okay, now I got to do something, and now it wants to, okay, now it wants to eat, now it wants to have sex, or now it wants to go to the bathroom, or now, okay, it's like we spend most of our time running this body, right? Well, if you're not the master in high vibration energy, says no, the consciousness, the high vibrational energy runs the body, not the body. If you listen to the body consciousness, it's going to be bad news. And our prisons are full of people who let the body run their lives, run the show for them. I need this now, and you want this now. I want this. Well, you can't do that. You have to govern yourself. And again, we're pretty much, nobody ever taught us how to do that. Govern yourself. What are you talking about? In the outer world, they always taught us to behave, right? Behave, don't get out of line. Don't do the bad thing. Okay. So you do that for appearances, but how are you feeling inside? Nobody ever asked that. What's your energy like inside you? So illustrating the body consciousness, when the body says, I don't want to work out today, and you go, no, I'm working out. Even though I may not feel like it, I'm going to go because I know it's good for me, and I'm transcending the laziness. I'm transcending. It's kind of like gravity. You're moving up against the gravity, against the heaviness. The body says, I just want to watch football all day. Nothing wrong with football, but hey, 4 hours of football, maybe you might take an hour and watch it. What could you do with the other 3 hours? How about working on a new business, or a new idea, or a new creative project, or empowering your relationships, spouses or parents or children or anything like that. So I want to give you that insight of recognizing that you have a body, and it's great. And the body has an agenda, which is to house our soul and our spirit. It's not the other way around. Our soul and spirit aren't here to house our body. It's just the other way around. So it's okay when you feel, when you got that tug of war, I don't really feel like it. Whose thoughts are those? Is it your highest good, or is it the body being lazy? Is it the body trying to break your willpower or pull you down into a lower frequency? What energy is that? That's what I want you to be aware of this week. And make sure that you're running the body. that the thoughts that you have, that you're observing. This is one of the things that we teach in energy awareness training, is to observe your thoughts and emotions from an observer point of view. Instead of like, okay, I got the urge to do this, or okay, I got the urge to do that. Okay, I got the, wait a minute. Is that urge high vibration or is it low vibration? Is that going to lift me up and take me to more happiness, more joy, more peace, more full expression? Or is it just something for me alone? Is it just, you know, something that I can enjoy and it's just for me and I'm staying safe and stuck? Now, again, you got a relationship with your body. So you know what I do is, like, if I have a challenge, you know, working out is a challenge, you know, to take time out and go to the gym, or, you know, I have a gym in my backyard. To take that 45 minutes to an hour, you know, the body's going, no, do it later. No. I said, no, I'm going to do this now. I'm going to discipline myself. I'm going to lead. Forget the word discipline. How about lead yourself to do that action, and then afterwards I'm going to reward. Now I'm going to reward the body. Okay, now after my workout, now I'll go and have a, you know, nice lunch. Or now I'll go and watch a little football. But it's the ability to overcome the initial laziness, the initial I don't feel like it, all of that. And so recognize that you have a body, but you're not the body. You have a body, but you're not the body. And that's so important to recognize, because the goal of energy awareness training is to eliminate suffering and to be able to stay in high vibration energy all the time, no matter what's happening in the physical or the third dimensional reality. That's the goal. That's what we teach. That's our end goal in energy awareness training. Now, you think, well, how do you do that? Well, I'll give you an example. About 3 or 4 years back, I got an appendicitis. And man, it was hurting. And I'm like, whoa, what's this? And I thought, wow, maybe it'll go away. Well, 4 hours later, it didn't go away. And I had a friend of mine take me to emergency, and they said, you got an appendicitis, you need to go into surgery immediately. I'm like, what? This doesn't happen to me. This should. And I thought, well, you know what? It's happening. So instead of opposing it, go with it. So I went with it. Went to surgery and was in the hospital. They said I was going to be there for 10 days. And when I got out, man, my stomach, my abdomen hurt so much. It was painful, just getting up to, ow. And you know what they made me do? They made me walk every day around the floor. And man, it hurt so much. I'm like, oh, it feels like somebody's ripping my guts out, because I had stitches. And the nurse said, no, you got to keep doing this. I go, but it hurts. You got to keep doing it. And I said, yeah, but it hurts. She says, even though it hurts, it's the best for you in the long run. So if you can get through this temporary condition, you're going to heal yourself, and it's going to be much better. So I thought, oh yeah. And then I recognized when I got back, I said, you know what? Let's utilize energy awareness training. I'm not the body. I have a body, but I'm not the body. I'm my spirit. I'm my soul. So why don't I connect to that consciousness and do my energy, the energy techniques I show, the breathing and the visualizations and the pressure points and all the stuff that I teach on how to move into higher vibrational energy. Why don't I have this experience from up here instead of in the third dimension, which is what I did. And you know what? First off, it still hurt, but it didn't affect me. Think about it. It still hurt, but it didn't affect me. I was able to be in high vibration energy, happy, joyous, free, abundant, even while I had this excruciating pain. But I wasn't the body. I have a body. I feel the pain, but I'm able to get to a place in my spirit, in my soul, where I can deal with it. Okay, yeah, I'm in the hospital. Yeah, okay, I got the thing. I got some pain going. Yeah, I'm supposed to be here 10 days. All right, great. I embrace, instead of going, why me? Why did this happen to me? Which would have made it worse. I said, yeah, great. Okay, this is what's happening. Can I ascend? Can I say to myself, even though I'm going through this thing in the physical world, can I take my consciousness up and transcend it and know right here, right now, this moment, it's all good, that everything is working for my benefit, that still have the opportunity to love, to care, to be kind, to give love and receive love? The answer is yes. And wow. So I was just watching the pain. I wasn't feeling it. I was watching it. There was a sense that I felt it, but by and large, completely manageable. And I was supposed to be in there 10 days. The 6th day, they said to me, you're healing amazing. We've never seen anybody heal as fast as this. I said, I think you can go home. I don't think you need to stay here another 4 days. Wow. How'd that happen? Because high vibration energy attracts more high vibrational energy. Because I recognized I was in my body. I had my body. I bumped my hand when I was driving one of those scooters, and I took a little tumble. Not a little one, actually, kind of had an effect on me. And I was kind of bruised and banged up for a week. Couldn't use my hand for a week, and I had a bruise on my head. But you know what? I was grateful. Now, when it happened, I went, ow, I had a couple of minutes to go, ow, man, this is my body hurt. And then I got my consciousness back, and I realigned my consciousness, which was, I'm not the body, I'm the energy, I'm the soul. The soul is going to run this recovery episode, not the body. If I'm in the body, I have friends of mine who are in recovery programs, and sometimes they're just going, God, I'm tormented, I'm in pain, I acted out again, or I shouldn't have done, and I shouldn't have done that. And they're experiencing the suffering where? In the 3rd dimension. Well, I'm trying to take you into the higher dimensions. That's what I do in my work. And there's a place, to everybody out here listening to me, there's a place that you can tap into every single day that can keep you peaceful, resourceful, happy, and in control, no matter what happens to you, no matter what you're facing, no matter what you're dealing with. And the body is the example of that. This is the example that I wanted to give. You have a body, but you're not the body. And that place of peace, of tranquility, of happiness is in a higher dimension. It's in the higher energetic, spiritual realms, whatever you want to call that, and it's accessible to everyone. So peace, harmony, love, light, goodness, blessings, the ability to walk this world in joy and peace and blessings is available to everyone. It's available to you. Unfortunately, it takes some focus, or fortunately, it could be fortunately, unfortunately, but it's not free. You don't just get it by laying on the couch. All you get by laying on the couch all day and eating ice cream is fat. And the body keeps going. What does the body do? Does it say, hey, you're fat, let's go work out? No, it says, let's have some more ice cream. Let's see what else is on Netflix or ESPN or whatever. That's what it does. So what I'm challenging all of you to do is to become energetically aware, to study how your energy works, to be aware of the processes that are going inside you. I wish I had known this teaching about the body, because I would have saved myself a lot of pain, because I had was in some accidents and had to deal with some pretty intense pain in my life. And it was suffering because I wasn't energetically aware. I was able to tap into higher frequencies, higher dimensions that not only make you feel better, but actually accelerate your healing. It accelerates your healing process, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, you name it. When you go into that place, that high dimensional frequency called high vibrational energy or the divine presence, you hit the jackpot, because that's the missing link to navigating this world. And that's what we do every day. We navigate this world. How does it work? Is this the right decision for me, or is it the wrong decision for me? And making those decisions, you must be energetically aware. And the times when you made the decisions that you thought were good for you, but they ended up not being good for you, were the times when you weren't energetically aware. When the low vibration energy and the thoughts in your head, that ego mind, that negative voice, talked you into moving in a certain direction that wasn't good for you. But when you're energetically aware, you can avoid that and be on top of that. Okay, just want to say a shout out to a few more people. Is this resonating? Please give me some feedback. Is this resonating? If you have any questions or any comments on anybody. Hey, Gino's with me. Great. Tony, love you. Mayank, hi. Kresmir, Alex, Michael, and Rasmus. Beautiful. Welcome, you guys. Glad you're here. If you just give me a shout out on the chat, I'd appreciate it. Any questions or anything that you want to say, please put that out. I'm about to wrap up our video today. So what did we talk about? We talked about the ability about our inner and our outer lives. We talked about it's just as important, if not more important, to cultivate your inner life as much as your outer life. And we have factors that are pulling us in different directions. We have the high vibration energy that wants to lift us up, wants us to have a great life, that is the key link for us to be fulfilled in this lifetime. But we have the low vibration energy that's trying to prevent that, right? That's trying to take us out of that. So you have to have multi-dimensional consciousness to see what's going on. If you're just stuck in the three-dimensional world, as most people are, because no one ever taught them that there's another frequency or another vibration available, if you're still walking around in the third dimensional reality, then you're at the effect of the ups and downs of the third dimension. And you can never be truly happy, because whatever physical thing that makes you happy is finite. You know, somebody makes you're in a relationship. Well, as long as the relationship's going on, you're going to be happy. Well, when the relationship ends, or if they leave you, or something happens, God forbid, but that happens, then you're not happy, right? You're happy as long as your business is moving up and money's coming in, great. But when it doesn't happen, then you're miserable, then you're stressed, then you're worried. Same thing with health, same thing with everything that we're doing. Well, today's teaching is that energy awareness and the ability to tap into higher frequencies of consciousness inoculate you, will lift you up from the third dimensional reality and protect you and empower you and strengthen you. And I'm here to say I'm a product of this work. I went from a pretty stressed out life filled with anxiety and stress and worry and self-doubt and all of those things for decades. Just, you know, my outer life was, hey, it's Glenn, how you doing? And the inner life was going inside me, right? And I transcended that through the work that I'm sharing with you right now. This is my work, my gift, my mission, to get this out to the world and to help you. You know, some people are going to go, oh, that was interesting, and, you know, flip the channel. But there's a few that's going to go, man, I want to learn this energy thing. I don't want to suffer anymore. You know, I don't want to be at the ups and downs. If there's a way for me to end my anxiety and stress and be able to move to a place where I can be happy all the time, or at least functional and be able to deal with whatever comes my way all the time, I want to check that out. And the last thing I want to mention is, up ahead, the process of life, in the third dimensional reality, things are coming, things are going. People are appearing, people are disappearing. Energy is coming, is taking form, then it's changing form. So as things appear that are happy, that make you happy, you know, when they disappear or when they change form, you have to be ready emotionally and energetically to deal with that. And there's nowhere else that I've seen that teaches you how to do that other than energy awareness training. And some of my students, you know, Rasmus is on the call here. Rasmus, if you could write a little something on the chat here of the amazing, Rasmus is one of my advanced students. who started with a lot of stress and is doing amazing things in life. He's a champion athlete, and he's an incredible guy. Maybe you might want to mention something about that on the chat. And this is the feedback that I'm getting. So want to mention that one of my assistants has just come in. So we're going to be working on some new ways to be able to get energy awareness training out to the world, and maybe doing another broadcast later on today. So this is what I wanted to tell you. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the chat. Website. It's my energy awareness training link. For those of you who say, "Oh, Glenn, how do I learn more about my energy?" Well, how can I actually learn some steps to become energetically aware? Well, I'm going to put a link where you can do, and I have a whole half-hour video on teaching people, right, where I'm speaking before a group, and I'm teaching people who know nothing about energy. I'm teaching them the energy awareness training and basic tools and tips on how to deal with that. So it's going to be on the link that's I'm going to post right now here as we end the broadcast here. So I'm going to go through one more time. Everybody who's come in, thank you for joining us. You help me when you put a little chat on there, a note where I can respond, and that helps us get the broadcast out there. So as we end the broadcast, appreciate if you liked it. Please let me know. If you have a question, please let me know, something that you want to address. And check that link out. I'm going to be posting it right now for those of you who want more information and want to see a video of exactly what I do in teaching energy tools to people, and it's free. So take a look at that, and I'm going to wish you, I'm going to send you flowers wherever you're at. This is Glenn Ackerman coming to you live from the jungles of West Hollywood, wishing you a happy, blessed, and abundant day and week. All right, you take care. Stay tuned for our next show, which will be coming to you shortly next week, or maybe even later today. We'll see. All right, love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.